Yeah. Come on. Welcome.
Good afternoon. Sean Higgs coming at you here, a little midday money. Saturday, July the 30th. That's it. That's it. We're wrapping up the month. August starts Monday. That means football season. I guess it's officially arrived, right? I mean, it starts Thursday. And before that game, we'll probably talk. Maybe not that I'll do a late night money show on Wednesday, but maybe a little look at lines for that first full week, I guess, of preseason. We'll talk a little bit about some new head coaches and stuff I kind of look for in preseason. And some people like, you can't bet preseason. What do you talk? I think preseason. I hate to say it's easier than a regular season, but you definitely can find some edges. And we'll talk about that as we get a little closer, because it's a Saturday baseball. Boy, the hot stove, trade deadline, whatever we want to talk about. I mean, I guess hot stove's wintertime, but let's be honest. We got stuff baking in ovens right now with trades. And we'll talk about them in a minute, because I love talking about them. Baseball free picks, though, 131 142. A little bit of a slump on the video. 1 and 2 yesterday, lost $80. It happens. What are we going to do? We can't win them all. Miami didn't get there. The over. We thought that over was going to get there. It was over in the first inning, basically. Astros run line, big winner there, plus money. And the Sox over does not cash. It happens. Premium's a winning day, though. We had a nice winning day there in the premiums. We had some run line action with the, again, Astros were a run line play for me there. Texas, a little doggy winner. Nice profitable day there. So, 151, 142, 2,400 here in the video. Not too shabby. Totals, we are 151 and 108. Our favorites are now 53 and 34. Overall, 369, 350 plus 2,800, 364, 359 plus 1,425. Again, the pushes to a loss to a push. It's basically a $1,400 difference. It happens. Shop around. Football is coming. Those half points, sometimes they matter. We know in college basketball they matter when these guys start missing free throws. You know that. Yankees over to start today. If you bought a pass, the $39 pass, some have. I've had quite a few this week, because I said, listen, don't buy during All-Star break, but we had quite a few there, and it's in the chat. It's in the chat, I think, or in the description. You'd have the Yankees at 8.5 instead of 9. That's just the way it is. You'd have Orioles at plus 105 instead of even money. So Yanks over. And even I was thinking about Kansas City, right? Because we had them the other day. Rough one there, right? It's a 1-0 game. You lose a 2-hitter. You end up losing. And I thought about coming back yesterday. I'm like, the Yanks are still a team that's dropped. Well, they had dropped 10 to 15 before they've ran off Kansas City here the last couple of days. But I'll go over here. Greinke looked like he was going to pitch. They put Hensley in there, Heasley. And it would make a difference if Greinke goes tomorrow. I'll probably be on an over there tomorrow with the Yanks, simply because 85-mile-an-hour pitchers. He's great at home. On the road here, I'm not buying it. And especially the Yanks just seem to be, they club bad pitching. What else is there to say? Judge is on pace for a 60 spot. Go over the total here. Nestor's going to give up a couple runs. We've seen the Orioles score some runs. Again, 1-0 game is one thing. Before that, they were scoring runs. They scored runs yesterday. We'll go over the 9. Orioles, again, this is just a team, and I put this on the Winner Free Pick nightly video. And I said, with this Cincinnati team, they traded Castillo. Let's be honest. Molly could get pulled today before the start even goes. Maybe they trade. Again, the game's in an hour. Not that they'll trade these guys ahead of time. But someone can get pulled before a game starts. You never know where their head's at. Since he knows guys are getting dealt. Maybe the Orioles are dealing. Who knows? I mean, they can make a small deal and still kind of contend without really doing anything crazy. Give me the O's plus money. Take a shot. And San Fran, our boy Michael Boyna's team. These guys really laid an egg last night. It's 1-0. I'm like, what's going on here? It's seventh inning. They got 10 hits, 3 walks, and can't scrape a run across the plate. Costing me. I mean, they hit yesterday on a run line plus 155, and that's just a monster 6-2 day between them at 150 and Astros are plus 125. Just would have been a nice day. Anyway, still a winning day, but you kind of miss those who get a little annoying. Gets a little annoying. The picks here all on Twitter, Mr. Sean Higgs. Come give me a follow on the Twitter universe. Come say hello there, my friends. Give me a follow. Now, I'm gonna get to the chat in a second. We got some time. There's not like 12 o'clock games here, so let's talk some future stuff, and then we'll do some little trade stuff. So a while back, I'm like, hey, let's do a little San Diego, Cleveland division, San Diego division, right? I'm like, how about a little goose, little Goslin action was 18-1. He's now 20-1. Yordi and Alonso, right, looking good at the time. And rookie of the year, we went outside the box here with Berger because Rodriguez is such a heavy favorite. I think he's minus 500. So again, we just had to throw something out here. And the Diamondbacks went with Alec Thomas again. The NL MVP, NL Rookie of the Year, probably going to be Strider, right? You think from the Braves, shorter number. But I added a couple. I jumped on these last night. So Verlander for a AL Cy Young. Now, listen, my other props, we had a bunch of them, and I added them up. It was a minus 52 honey right now with props. Deaver, Stanton, LeMahieu MVPs, Bryce, no good, Cody, a dime down on Cody alone there. But also Riley still live at a 25-1 clip. Here he's 8-1 right now. He's having a nice little season. My Cy Youngs, Scherzer, Burley, Nola, Anderson, Gausman, Evaldi, Kopech, Uquidi, trash. It's 14 to the negative there. But Burns here, plus $7. Take a shot. Take a shot there. MVP Otani. Now, so Judge is the favorite. Well, we'll start with Verlander because I'm the first one up here. So he's at 230. Now everybody's on, not everybody, but McClanahan is the favorite at minus money here. Are we not going to take Verlander at plus 230? I think you should definitely jump on this. He leads the league in wins. Again, people don't love wins now. I don't know. Maybe it's the whole, participation trophy. Don't keep score when the kids play when they're 9 years old. But I think wins are kind of important to you. It means you're in the game long enough to catch a W when your team scores. Second in ERA to Shane McClanahan, which isn't. I mean, McClanahan's got 176. He's got a 181. Going back to his 2 Cy Young years, 2011 he was 24-5. That's what his batting average against is right now. He's got a 192. That's what his Cy Young year was like. So he's got his previous Cy Young numbers. 2019, 21-6. Only times he's been a 20 winner. I think he's going to get it. He's 14-3. Will I be shocked if he gets to like 22 wins or something like that? 22-5, 23, a sub 2 ERA. I think you're going to have to look. McClanahan could has a great year, but I feel, and again, I don't have a vote. When your team's in first place, you're in a playoff hunt, and you're battling like CC that one year with the Brewers. The dude goes 10-1 down the stretch. He's going on like 3 days stretch, 8 innings, striking out 14 guys. That kind of stuff, I think it matters to people. You're Verlander. You're the ace of this team. Off Tommy John. You look again. 2013 numbers. Plus 230. I will take a shot with a guy in first place having a great year. Could lead the league in wins. Could be 1 or 2 in ERA. Right up there in your your whips and batting average against, all around solid numbers. Plus money, yes. Uh, Speaking of Cy Youngs, you got Otani. But let's flip it to the MVP side of it because he might hit 35, 40. He could still win 15, 16 games. I always say you can't give MVP. I just don't like giving it to the guy who's on a team that's trash. It's the most valuable player. It's not the best. It's not most stats. Judge. I mean, just the last 2 days alone. I mean, home run, bottom nine, winner. Yesterday, gets up, leads off inning with a strikeout, then hits a grand slam. I mean, he's going to hit 60 homers and drive in 120 or whatever. The Yanks in first place with 115 wins. It's going to be tough to beat. But I'm getting a plus 230 for a guy who might go 15-5 as a starter with a 2.5 ERA, strikes out 10 guys a pop, and he's going to, he'll hit 250, 260. But he might still hit 30 homers, 35, 40 homers. I mean, see on pace for 35, 40 homers. I think it could be worth a shot for you, 250. NL side of things. Now, Alcantara, I like Alcantara. We had him yesterday. But is he a 2-1 fave? He's 175 to win. Guy's got he's 9-4. What? He might win 13 games, maybe 12. I mean, is this like Felix Hernandez revisited? I'm not going to lay 2-1 with a guy who might win. He could very well not win another game for the year. Let's be honest. I mean, he could end up 9-9 with a 2 ERA, but he goes 7 innings and his team loses 2-1 every game. I can't do it. Burnsy, again, not huge win numbers. He's only 8-4, but again, he could probably get to that 15 win mark, and he's going to have a 200 plus strikeout season, a low 2 ERA, plus $7. I think we can make a play for that. I had mentioned Goslin earlier, right? He was 20-1 before. He was undefeated. I said this guy can go 20-0. I mean, who knows? He could still go 19-2 or something ridiculous. Him and Tyler Anderson, two Dodger pitchers, both 11-1, 2.26 ERA for the Goose, 2.61 for Anderson, 99 innings, 90 Ks for Goose, 110 innings, 91 Ks for Anderson, 20-1, and 100-1 for Tyler Anderson. Although I just don't think you can come in on those guys because, yeah, they might win 18, 19, 20 plus games. I mean, 20-1 is a nice season. 2.30 ERA, 2.40. You can't really complain about it. But I think the numbers people will be like, hey, you pitch 145 innings, you got 140 Ks or something. They want those innings and strikeouts. And these guys don't have those. Kyle Wright and Max Fried, I think, would maybe kind of get some love. Because I didn't throw Scherzer in here as much because why? And this is just from watching the Mets. And Tim will agree here. We see DeGrom go down. It's just Met-esque that this guy's something's going to happen. He's going to be out for another week or two. I mean, not that I'm trying to put like some reverse kibosh on him, because I think the Mets are a good team. I'll talk about we got Mets to win the NL here, plus 475 from the start of the season. But for the plus money, it's Burnsy. Scherzer just wasn't there for that. I don't know. And
also Scherzer missed what 7 weeks.
I just I mean, and he could come. Here's the thing: is like he could come in and have a monster. I mean, unless he goes something like 10-0 down the stretch,
he would have to put up DeGrom numbers from last year. Down the stretch in order to have a 0.9 ERA through the rest of the year.
8 innings every game.
As a Mets fan, no, I don't think Scherzer has a chance. He
10 strikeouts. No, because they're going to watch him a little bit because DeGrom's supposed to start Tuesday.
Yeah.
How about if he comes in and it's one thing in the minors. He comes in and all of a sudden he doesn't feel so good. That they're not going to have unless they're in a real dogfight and want to win that division or see how the playoffs set up for who they play. I could see them skipping him one start to line up. We got to line up the rotation for the playoffs. I mean,
they could, yeah.
And so Wright and Fried, I think, could cancel out each other. Wright's 13-4. Maxie's 10-3. 2.93, 2.73 ERA is pretty respectable. They both could win 20 games. They're both got 200 strikeouts. And it's 100 to 1 for Kyle Wright. I mean, do you want to take a shot on him as opposed to Burns? Again, folks, you know me. I come in and I'm not looking for crazy fades and stuff like that. Like Goldschmidt MVP here. Goldie's minus 155. St. Louis wins. You're going to pull out a little nostalgia. He's never won one. He should get votes. Austin Riley, forget about the tour month he's on. Go look at his numbers. The guy is solid as a rock. Plus $8 worth a shot. And again, NL MVP or Cy Young, or Rookie of the Year. Rodriguez there for Seattle's like minus 500, and Strider, I guess would be Mike. I don't know.
I think Higgs froze. I could be wrong, and I could just be talking over him right now, but I think Higgs just froze. Well, we'll tell in a minute when he all of a sudden comes back into the lobby. All right then. I will want to mention. Oh, I see him clicking now. Up, he's gone. All right. I will say one of the things, and I'll. All right, he's back. Okay. Oh, you're good.
I'm back. I don't know when I froze.
I don't know. All of a sudden, I stop. I hear you stop talking. I look up for a minute, and you're just frozen. So
I guess that was it. That was it. Then they were saying, you know what, we don't like to bet futures, so stop talking about them. We need live action. That's what that is.
I will bring up one thing. The one problem with Ohtani for me is what happens if he gets traded to an NL team.
Yeah, that's possible.
Then it's garbage. But
I was waiting
until after the trade deadline in order to go after Ohtani. But
it was just one of those things like Judge is 225. Who else in the American League's going to get kind of consideration? Yordi was out for a bit.
Yeah.
It's just one of those things like, hey, do you want to lay 225 or take back 225 or 230? So, and traits, I mean, how about, okay, so real fast, and we'll get to everybody in here. Castillo to the Reds. I'm thinking Castillo and Tommy Pham to the Yankees. We get an outfielder.
To the Mariners, not the Reds.
Castillo yeah. The Reds, yes. But the Reds, the Mariners coming in. I like Marte. I think he's, supposed to be a good player. You never know. Good for them, though. They got Robbie Ray locked up. Now they have Castillo for 2 years. You got Gilbert, young guy. Marco Gonzalez is hey, I don't mind him as my number 4 guy. That's a solid little veteran back there. Flexion is what it is. Who knows? Maybe these guys, depending on how their outcome comes this year, go to get another back end starter. The offense, he started slow. Guys from Cincy who came over, they love Cincy. They know I guess they got some kind of inner circle work with Cincinnati taking their outfielders or pitchers. But this team, who knows? Maybe they'll make another deal. I mean, they got some young guys here, right? They got Kellick, who hasn't really panned out. He's kind of pressing a little bit, but Rodriguez looks like the real deal. You got hey, good for them going for it. And that's not just a 2-month kind of thing either. They'll be ready for next year as well. Interesting though. Yankees, what will they do? I'm telling you, Happ and Robertson, I think, is a good combo for a lot of teams who are looking for a bat and a relief pitcher. If you're going to go for it, go for it, right? It's kind of like the Yanks had AJ Burnett and CC, right? You pay a lot of money, you kind of go for it. You got to get that, you get one World Series, it's worth it, I guess, financially. I don't know how it works out, but when you win, everything's worth it. You got that title under your belt. Who's making the moves? Stuff will be coming. Brio, how are you today? Lane, what do you say? Looking at Baltimore money line, yes. A's first 5, Blackburn. this one here, and we had the over yesterday. I'm like, how are we going to bet Lance Lynn? A's got it done. Blackburn on the road, a little bit shakier, but A's streaking. Cueto's one of those guys though, like Sonny Gray, like his partner in crime out there, Archer. You got a lot of kind of veteran guys having decent seasons. Like Cueto's having he doesn't have bad numbers. Um, I understand taking it. The White Sox, where are they? They were supposed to run away with this division. Not happening. Ramirez over bases, yes. How do I feel about the under San Diego and Mini? I'm not sure about this one here. San Diego exploded last night. Sonny Gray, though, like Archer, nice little numbers, like Cueto, but he's going like 4 or 5 innings. I mean, he's a 5-inning guy. I like Musgrove. I mean, the under 7.5, though, off of the big explosion, I don't know. I don't know. I don't know, Lane. Michael, good morning. Javi, how are you? Orioles, yeah, we're fading the Reds here. Reds, not a team we want to back. This is trade time. Everybody's walking around with their heads down. Heavy hearts, like who's next? We knew it was a bad year. It started out bad. We knew things were going to happen. They could not hit. They do hit lefties. I'll take Junis first 5 here. Yeah, forget about the end of the game. Forget about the Cubs scoring runs a little late there yesterday. Because, Michael, when you have 10 hits in 7 innings and 3 walks and you can't score anything, that changes the 9th inning. Like that game, they're down 1-0 where they should maybe be up. Maybe the game should have been 3-0 them. And then maybe the Cubs don't score a run. Forget about that 9th inning. You can't say, well, if they would have scored, it would have been a 4-3 game or something. No. I mean, because your at bat is different. The Cubs at that point, it's 3-0, 4-1 in the 4th inning or whatever. And they know it's like, well, whatever. You're getting traded in the next 2 days. You'll get traded on Sunday or Monday. So we're going to go up there and just go through the motions and let's get the freaking Tuesday or whenever and exhale after that. Just some bad hitting. I mean, I'm not worried about the bullpen right there. That was just a kind of a fluke situation. Mr. Nika's here. Good morning. Francisco, Royals money line. I'm not a big Cortez guy. He struggled second half. You want to take the big, what do we got here? 240? Hey, let's go, Francisco. We're to bet, aren't we? We're here to gamble. Hold on a second. Cortez is a minus $3 now? Hold on a second. Hold your horses here. Waiting for this Yankee line to load up. He's minus 350 at Caesars. Holy cow. 165 on a run line. Let me ask you, folks. Toronto yesterday. How'd that run line work out minus 185? Did I get there for you? 330 on the money line. White Sox 180 fave yesterday. What was that run line? Don't take the Yang. I can't tell you. No way. I'm saying lay 165 with Nestor Cortez. If you want to bet the Royals, I mean, it's tough to say bet the Royals. I sure as heck can't tell you to bet the Yanks. No, Mr. Nika. No, I'm not laying 165. How'd Toronto work out for you when you laid 185 on that run line yesterday? 150 runners left on base. I mean, seriously, Dave. That's the worst. Here we go, Otto. Mr. Joey Gallo. The Joey Gallo centerpiece here. Glenn Otto, much better on the road, and the Angels are the Angels, exactly. Tough to back the Angels. This is another team that's going nowhere. Probably feeling like, oh my God, we're going to trade Ohtani. Everybody's going to walk around there like they got a piano on their back. Blackburn's gotten shells last few, but on the road. 8-2 last day. The A's are hot right now. That's why I had the over yesterday. It was Lance Lynn. We said fade Lance Lynn. I like Blackburn. I do. Cueto, again, he's one of these guys. You look at the numbers, and he hasn't really had like those starts. I mean, he's got a 2.89 ERA. Okay, April. The mushy ball. We had a lot of unders. The last 7 starts, he's got a 2.38 ERA. I mean, granted, at home, 3.89 in 7 starts. On the road, awesome. 6 starts, 170. He does get hit a little bit here in Chicago. Apparently, he doesn't like the ballpark, but listen, we want to take the A's today. I'm not going to say no. Getting 150 for a team on an 8-2 run, worth a shot. Phillies money line feels sketchy. Well, anytime I'm laying 160, it's a little icky for me, Mr. Nika. But the Pirates have lost 5 straight, lost 8 of 10. I did have the Pirates yesterday. That's it, though. That was my guy pitching. Now, Catan is the guy I thought would have went to Seattle. Like, he's a little lower kind of, not the top horse in the race. Where's he going? Astros, maybe? Tampa? Yanks? Him and Reynolds to the Yanks?
You know,
Maybe go to
you
Mets.
want to know who the Yanks are going to end up getting because they couldn't get Castillo? They're going to get Noah Syndergaard.
Oh, my God. That would be
hilarious. And Noah Syndergaard would do that just in spite to be back in New York and against the Mets.
Well, I don't think he really has a choice if they trade him. I don't think
no. But Noah Syndergaard would be chomping at the bits to go back to New York. And he's not going back to the Mets because Mets don't want him back.
I mean, do we get Taylor Ward with him as well? A little outfield help?
You're probably going to get something with him. But I wouldn't be surprised if the Yankees end up getting Noah Syndergaard.
Big trade with the Angels. Like it's like Yanks got to trade with the Angels. Everybody's thinking, oh my God, they got Ohtani. No. They got
no. They get Noah Syndergaard and Tyler Ward.
Or probably not even get him. They'll probably get Rendon or something. Like, oh, he's going to be back. Like, who's on the roster? Who's a good veteran? Nobody.
Look at Marsh.
Here we go. Matt Duffy.
Maxie. No, they'll get Stacy. Max Stassi, yeah.
I know. See, I kind of like this young team, though. Walsh, Marsh. I mean, Rendon's been hurt this whole time there, but Adele, again, young guys who haven't really.
I wouldn't mind it.
Doesn't help. That's why your pitching's bad. You can't score. Yep. How about some UFC? Tim's always here, Michael. Come on.
Well, it's not my picks, but it's Boom's picks that we've kind of been using, and he gave us two nice plus monies. Going Garcia in close under 2.5 rounds. That's a 175. And he's going Kai Kara France at plus 175 as well. So 2 big plus monies for you today. Hit one of them, you're profitable. Good luck.
There you go. There we go. All right. What's this Marlins starter stats? Let me go to MLB.com, see what we got listed here.
Nick Nadirt.
Yeah.
Do you have the same thing?
Yeah, I got Nadirt here.
He has not pitched in the majors this year. He's pitched in the majors in 2020 and 2021, where he pitched in 4 games in 2020, 8 games in 2021, combined about 44 innings. He's allowed 23 earned runs, 41 hits. He's got an ERA in the majors. He had 5.4 in 2020 and a 4.54 in 2021. So he's kind of going to be one of the guys that you kind of will see. Like, he's kind of a filler piece, I guess.
Mets run line minus 120 if you're doing anything on that game. I'm not telling you about 170, 180.
I'm not even betting the 120. I'm staying away from that game.
It would be a run line. I mean, I see a 7.5 out there as a total.
I would go over that one.
I'm not a big Cookie guy.
I don't mind Cookie. He's been one of the more solid pieces in the rotation because of no DeGrom and missing Scherzer and McGill. He's allowed only 3 earned runs in his last 4 starts. In all of July, he's allowed 3 earned runs. And he's faced San Diego, the Cubs, Marlins, and the Rangers. So
he hasn't
been terrible this month.
But his last 7 starts, he's got a 4.3 ERA, so he's been hit.
Well, because then you're adding the 2 games against Houston. Yeah, so take out those games, take what he's done this month. He's actually been quite solid.
You can't. The dude is 10-4 with a 4 ERA. I'll take that from my 4 guy. Like he's supposed to be like the 4th starter on team. It's supposed to be DeGrom,
and probably
Scherzer,
by playoff
Bassett,
time,
McGill,
he could be the 5-piece or even in the bullpen.
He'll have a nice season by the end. He's going to win 16 or 17 games, possibly.
Yeah, I like Cookie. I thought that was a really good addition. Wasn't good last year, but it's good this year.
What's up, Sean? How are you today? Thanks for popping in. I appreciate you. I'm just rolling along, one day at a time. Yes, run Dave's Braves and D-backs. I could probably get behind that one there. I was looking at that over with Atlanta.
You get 2 AAA pitchers. Or it should be Corbin Martin and then Ian Anderson.
Anderson's terrible this year.
Braves, keep Ian Anderson in your rotation for the rest of the year so that we have at least 1 game every 5 days that we can fade you. Because this is the opportunity to do it. Unfortunately, it's against Corbin Martin, so that's not really a good option. But.
Hey, Miss Erica. How are you today? Thank you for coming in and saying hello. Spending your Saturday morning with us. Full steam ahead on San Francisco Giant run line thing to get done today. I think so. What's the Giant run line? Plus 150? I mean, I had it yesterday. Not there. Neil's coming in. Rays and Orioles. I could do Orioles for sure. We're fading the Reds. Reds are a team like dead man walking, right? Who knows who's next one out there? Tampa Bay, though. I said yesterday there. It was kind of like I could make a play there for Cleveland. But then again, Tampa kind of like Springs. You got 2 teams that are kind of middling right now. Last 10 games, what are they? 5-5, 6-4, something like that. Tampa now 3-7 after 4-6, obviously. So 5-5 to 6-4 for Cleveland. I would lean to the dog. I would just lean to the dog simply because the Tampa offense non-existent and just bad. I mean, where's Wander? This guy was supposed to be beginning of the year. Wander and Bobby Witt, runaway rookie of the year, supposed to be awesome. Wander's not even best guy on his own team. No, thank you, Tampa. Definitely as a favorite. Definitely not interested. Marlins bullpen choked. Astros alone hit the over yesterday. I'm taking the Phillies, Cardinals run line. Yeah, forget about the Marlins bullpen choked. I mean, Alcantara gave up 3 in the 2nd inning. I mean, you expect 3 for the game when he's on the hill.
You also got to keep in mind, if you're betting the Marlins yesterday, you were expecting Alcantara to do his normal Alcantara stuff and go 7 innings of 1 earned run. All of a sudden, he's 4 earned runs, 5 and fly. You're not going to get a win like that with Alcantara.
No, he's on the hill. You're expecting that game to be 3-1 final. Somebody wins, like whether he gives up 3 or they kind of scrape across it. You're not expecting 3 in an inning. You're expecting the Marlins score 3 in the. You saw 3-0 yesterday. Marlins first inning. You're thinking about, this game's done.
Oh yeah, I mean, I saw 3 runs in the first inning. I'm like, oh, that's good for my over. And then I got 3 runs from the Mets. I'm like, well, that was the toughest game I'm going to sweat all night. Over 6.5, and Higgs I think he's frozen again. Or he's thinking very, very hard. No, he's frozen. He'll be back in a minute. He'll be back. But no, I don't see it as the Marlins choked. I see it as Alcantara wasn't Alcantara. And then Nimmo got a pitch that he could hit late in the game, and all of a sudden it was a 2-run lead. So, no, it wasn't more of a choke. Astros, I had Seattle yesterday, so I knew that one was over pretty quickly. So at least that was good. Hey, Higgs is back.
I'm looking. The sun's out. My internet's 100% bars. I'm logged in, hardwired to the wall, and it like pushes me out.
That's tough.
It's ridiculous. Ridiculous. Yeah, Astros They're starting to hit. What are you going to say? The team is, what are they, 58 and 33 to the under? But the pitching is there. They're going to start hitting. Watch out, man. That's why I told you, Yanks are in trouble with this team. Phillies first 5. Suarez versus Keller. I mean, again, Pirates have dropped 5 in a row. You want to take Philly? I'm not going to say no. Cardinals run line against the Natties again. I kind of like Fetty. I'm a Fetty backer. But I also kind of like Dakota Hudson. I would still lean to the dog here. What is the St. Louis run line? I didn't write it down. I kind of like Fetty, believe it or not. I'll take the 140. Tim, you look like you're 15. Clean look. He does look young. Untouchable. Good afternoon. Goldie Homer versus Fetty. I don't know what his numbers are versus Fetty. 320. See, I'm a Ribby guy, although my Ribby props have been terrible. Astros under. See, flexing on the road, I'm not really in love with. It's 8. Doesn't look terrible. But we just mentioned, man, the Astros are going to start hitting. Watch out. But Seattle here, off of a thumping, they bring in a nice starting pitcher. They got to feel good. They got to be like, you know what? Owner believes we're in this. Let's go. We're still in this hunt. I kind of want to take the Astros. I kind of want to take Seattle today. No opinion on that total. WNBA today?
I mean, considering that game is midway through the second at this point, the under is looking about right because it was a 155 and the live line sitting at 156. So Good luck with that one. I'll tell you, 7 o'clock game. I'm on the over 163 between Dallas and Atlanta. So that's my later game. But this one, I'm on the Mystics.
We can't take the Reds.
No Reds. I'm on the Orioles with Higgs.
No, we got the Orioles.
I like Kramer.
We got the Orioles in the chat. The Reds are trading guys. Listen, people are in there and be like, who's getting traded next? Are they gonna? This game's at 6 o'clock. Is Jury still gonna be on this team? Is he gonna be sent packing? Is Pham going? Is Senso going? Or is any of their bullpen guys going? Heck, is Tyler Mahle getting dealt to somebody today? Because somebody feels they're desperate. Like, well, they want so much for Montes, and how's his arm? He's pitched 100 innings more than last year, and he's got elbow problems. Let's go somewhere else for somewhere on the cheap. We get a guy, we throw him back in. I can't bet the Reds. No way. Definitely not until Wednesday next week. I didn't know if I could bet them Wednesday after they trade everybody around because you'd be like, who the heck are these guys? Michael coming in. Bobby Dalbec, Renfroe homers. Well, I mean, do you want to go over in Milwaukee? I don't mind that. Both guys homers. Yeah, this is an over. I had an over yesterday. Of course, it didn't cash, and I didn't bet it today. So you absolutely know it's going to get there by the 4th inning. So over. Kim, what do you got here? MLB games got all weird after the All-Star break. They didn't get weird. They got weird when you're betting 330 fave and you're betting Alex Manillo minus 380 and minus 200 on the run line. They might get a little weird for you. Can't play that. Can't do that. It's a break. You come out of a break. I say it all the time, kind of like the rain. There's a rain out. I'm off the team that's won 7 in a row after a rain out. It's not everybody's off their game, off their routines. I don't like it. David, how are you? I like the Yankees and the Blue Jays money line today. Yankees and the Blue Jays money line. Dave, I love you. You're in here all the time. And every time you come in with the big faves and you tell me money line, and I'm going to say the same thing each and every time. You're going to parlay it up. I totally understand, right? Toronto, they got to bounce back. They lost yesterday. What did that cost everybody yesterday? How many people at Toronto yesterday? Probably cried yourself to sleep.
We had Detroit up on the site.
Probably cried yourself to sleep taking 330, laying 370 with Manoa, 190 on the run line.
I'll say Yankees and Blue Jays. Nick have already put up free plays up on the site for Detroit and Kansas City.
I mean, seriously, the run
Money
line's
lines.
155.
276 and 290.
Run line is 155 for the Yanks and 140 for Toronto. I can't even say take the run lines in those things.
Nope.
It would take the dogs and hopefully you split. And if you would have had Detroit and you would have split yesterday and would have made money going 1-1. Yes, LJ, I like the Indians. Swaggy, what do we got today? Yanks, Dodgers, Brave, 3-teamer. Yanks, I get it. The bats are alive. They pound bad pitching. They got a bad one on the hill today for Kansas City. Dodgers to get it done. Here we go. This team, it's easy to make fun of this team. Like, the Dodgers because I say all the time, like, the Dodgers are tough. They've got 8 of 10 all the time. Every time I look up, they've won 8 of 10. And the Braves, probably the weakest link there with their pitcher because he's going to give up a 5 spot. But Braves still a better team. Should get it done. Untouchable coming in. Colorado money line. Going for the big dog here. Oh, boy. I mean, it's just... Look at the Kershaw numbers. Like, this is supposed to be like he's retiring this year. He's got like a 2.40 ERA. I mean, the guy's just does not stop. And Freeland, how many times have I said this about Freeland? One good year. That's the fluke year, like Blake Snell. It's not like he's going to be like that all the time. No, that was like the crazy outlier year. I can't bet Colorado. I can bet Detroit, though. You want to do Detroit again? No one's giving, no way the Blue Jays lose again. St. Louis, I kind of like Fetty. Although I'm a Dakota Hudson guy, I would lean to the Nats. Houston run line, yes. Because I don't want to lay with the Stros. Especially after a beatdown. Seattle made a big trade. They might be excited. Cardinals money line, no. Phillies money line. Again, it's just too big for me, Ruben. I know Pittsburgh's will drop 5 in a row. Orioles for sure. Texas for sure. I know what to bet to them. And I'm quite frustrated about it. Might just bet hip props a call today. Mr. Nika. If you don't know what to bet, you don't have to bet. You don't have to do the hit props. If you just want to like randomly bet because you're a degenerate, be like, you know what? I'm going to go with Higgs and I'll take the Orioles today. The Reds are trading guys. Orioles are a spunky bunch. It's even money. Okay, you don't want to do that. Nah, I don't want to. It's even money. I don't want to do that. Take a shot on the Tigers or the Royals then. Put your $50, $100. Take the giant dog and cheer for a dog today. Worst case, you almost triple your money. Spaggy says A's crashing today. It is. I like Cueto. Again, Cueto, Sonny Gray, Archer. How many guys are having these years not expecting them? He's got a 2-something ERA. I just can't bet the White Sox. They're it's one of those teams can't trust it. Like Public Enemy, Chuck D said, can't trust it. Nope. We got CFL talk. Winnipeg money line. Tim?
Take Calgary.
There you go.
Nick's on Calgary today. Take Calgary.
Parlay time. Rays. Nope. Like Cleveland. Yanks money line and the over. Again, the Yanks should roll. The Yanks should steamroll these guys. The Yanks can put up a 10 spot themselves. Blue Jays money line and the over. I don't want anything to do with the Jays. Everybody's going to jump on the Jays. They can't lose to the Tigers. That's what everybody said yesterday. And then they went home and beat their dogs because they're so upset. What was the last one here? Jays, we got that one. Markel's confused about today's game. Again, you don't have to bet today, folks. You don't want to. If you want to just be a true degenerate, and I totally understand it, right? You're degenerates, folks. Everybody wants to bet faves and overs, and every single game. It's game at 12:30. There's still a random 11:30 tip. There's late games. Take a dog today. Take either the Tigers or the Royals. Take a big dog. Or, again, you know what? Maybe Yankee over. Yanks could probably do that by themselves. Do a Yankee team total. Looking for The best play today. I mean, Guardians of play, yes. Tampa, terrible. Jays, I'm with you. I like the Guardians. Tampa can't score. Tim says you're welcome. Good under game parlays. Houston money line in the under. Dodgers in the under. Tampa in the under. The Houston one under scares me a little bit because they exploded last night, and as much as they've been an under team, you're just waiting. Like the Altuve, Siri, Tucker, Yordi, you just expect runs from this team, right? So when you see the Giants scoring like 5 runs a game and then Houston not scoring anything, you're like, what's going on with this game picture? And I just have trouble after a total blowout, like going under, where I just think the other team's going to be fired up. And add in, I just added an all-star pitcher. That'd be a circular. That's a no for me, dog. My Randy Jackson. That's a no, dog. I was watching an Entourage episode, and it was Anna Faris's boyfriend. She's like, "Stop talking like Randy Jackson, dog." Tampa money line in the under. Absolutely not. Terry, good afternoon. Markel says Washington over, Braves over. Yes and yes. Yankees over, Angels. Yankees over for sure. The Angels. I mean, are the Rangers scoring 10? Like the Angels, I know we got 2 guys with bad ERAs going. It's just tough having faith in the Angels. Thoughts on over Braves and Diamondbacks? I like it, Michael. I like it. Ian Anderson, my Cy Young ticket is trash, but he's good to pitch an 8-5 ball game. Marlins look worn down. 10 days, 10 games in 10 days. Lost starting pitcher in the second inning this week. Trade rumors swirling. Mets mojo looking high. Mets run line. Obviously, it has to be a run line play or anything here with the Mets if you're taking the Mets. I can't tell you to lay 180 with Cookie. Minus to 120. Sure. Marlins can't score as it is, so Max Meyer goes down. Terrible. Oakland, Colorado, Arizona from the greatest fundamentalists. All plus runs. No. I don't know about these. I don't know. Simply, I mean, Oakland. I could see with the Oakland. They've won 8 of 10. They're playing good. The Colorado. If you want Colorado plus 1.5, just take a money line because the Dodgers are going to win this game 12-6 or something. They're covering the run line or they're losing. So take the big dog or go. What's the Dodger run line? That's 150. Just take the big dog and take a shot. Arizona, I could say okay to that because Ian gives up some runs. Yeah, the Reds, bad. Value parlay. A's and O's. Yes, I like it. Brahmy over 1.5 hits. I'll do that with you. I like Brahm. Groovy Cap. Chicago Fire are red hot. Chicago. Is this a TV show? Chicago Fire? Oh, MPS Soccer.
MLS Soccer. It's Major League Soccer.
Put them in a 3-teamer: Mancini, Oriole, Ribby prop, and the Padres first 5. I don't know soccer, Groovy, so I can't help you there. You want to go Ribby prop of Mancini? Sure. Padres first 5 of Musgrove? Wonderful. Judge Homer? I mean, how crazy is this guy's homer is basically even money. 150 for the guy to hit a homer. Like, what is that? Everybody else's homer and props 3, 4, 600. This guy's 150. Oh my goodness. What's his multiple ribby prop, Mr. Nika? Pull up a multiple ribby. I'd rather do a multiple ribby than 150. 4-game parlay. O's, yes. Milwaukee with Flower. I get it because the Sox have dropped 8 of 10. I get it. Mini San Diego over. Yes, San Fran run line. I get it. Yankee money line and over. I mean, you're throwing in a parlay the Yanks. They should roll, right? I mean, I think they do. I got the over for the game. I think the Yanks are scoring 10 themselves. So I think I'm Boston. How are we thinking Boston? I can't bet teams that are playing bad ball. They dropped 8 of 10. I know, and I was listening to some dude on MLB Network Radio on Sirius, and the guy's like, "I talked to this Boston's all in. They're going for it. Who? What are they going for? The Sox have enough money where you know what they're not trading. Bogarts isn't going to resign. Trade. You could trade him, Devers, Evaldi, whoever. You can gut this team. JD Martinez, whoever. Trade them all away. You still have $1 trillion. You come in free agency. Heck, they should be like, all right, Washington, how about this? We'll give you Devers and Bogarts and whatever. You want some young guy too for Soto. Now, it's not going to push you to the playoffs this year, Red Sox fans. But you could pay this dude, like I keep saying, give him 4 or 5 years till he's 28, 29. Give him his 200 million, 50, 40, 50 million a year, and then worry about it down the road. That's what Boston should do. Boston should call him and be like, you like Devers, Bogarts? How about both of those guys for Soto? See what they say. Would you do that trade if you're Washington? Tim, come in here for a second. Would you do that? You're the Nationals, and Boston says we'll give you Devers and Bogarts.
For Soto?
Yeah.
No.
Why? Because you don't think you could sign Bogarts?
It's more of the Nationals. If I'm the Nationals, I'm kind of thinking, let's see how many prospects we can get, build the farm system, because we're not winning next year. Like, if I'm the Nationals, they're not winning next year. So
I guess it all depends if they're trading Corbin too. Are they getting rid of Corbin's big salary? Because you're stuck with Strasburg.
If they're trading Soto, I think you got to put either Strasburg or Corbin's contract in there as well, to try to either that or you just eat the Corbin contract and see if you can't get 5 prospects for him, 5 top 500, 5 top 100 prospects from somebody, and go from there and try to build your team and hope that in 2025 we can compete for a playoff spot.
I'm just like Soto, 15 years. I'm not signing. I'm 23. I'm not signing a 15-year deal, especially for not even being the high. If I'm the highest paid player, I think about it. That's an insult that he's not even a top 5 player on that deal. So is it that he didn't want the 15 years, or was that part of it? You know what I'm saying? Like everybody's like, it's $440 million. Yeah, but he's still the 16th highest paid player, which is bizarre.
He wants to win. He doesn't want to be in Washington.
I get it, but I mean, some teams they'll also be like, hey, if you want to win, we can't be paying you $50 million a year either. We can't have a guy taking up a quarter of the payroll on $200 million payrolls. I mean, right, if how many teams? Let's put it this way: how many teams have $200 million payrolls?
About 4.
4.
And I believe those are the LA teams and the New York teams.
Okay, and now you got this guy's
maybe Philadelphia.
This guy wants $50 million, so he wants a quarter of your payroll. And he wants to win.
You got some teams some teams will pay him. Some teams will pay him. You got to think of that. A team will pay Juan Soto.
I don't know.
I think that Juan Soto ends up staying in Washington this year. And for the rest of the year, nobody will make a deal. Now with Shohei on the market, everybody's going to want to go after him instead of Soto.
Yeah, but he could pitch.
Yeah.
Padres and Twinkies. I like Musgrove, so I'm a Musgrove guy. And I'm Groovy Cap. And Mr. Nika, you frustrated? Save it for baseball. Just bet Chicago Fire soccer. I'm telling you, Yankee over. You can even do a team total over Yanks if you want, Mr. Nika. If you're really feeling degenerate style. Rob Franklin. Good morning. Can't trust La Russa. We don't trust La Russa, baby. That's why we're Cobra Kai. Johnny Lawrence for life. La Russa's nothing but a damn bully, that kid. I would have smacked him too if I was Johnny Lawrence. I mean, what the heck? Daniel La Russa. A's first 5. I like it. I didn't bet it. Cueto's pitched well, but the A's are streaking right now. You got to take the plus money. Astros run line. Plus 105. Sure. Again, this is the only thing that worries me is that after a big blowout, Seattle goes out, makes a big trade. They're pumped up today. They'll be a pumped up team. Phillies first 5. Yes. Pirates lost 5 in a row. Gracious says Oakland White Sox over. I'm going to come back and say no to this one. Simply because, again, I had the over yesterday. I don't know. Cueto, although Cueto's got bad home numbers. You know what, Gracious? Let's go over. Sox are sputtering. A's are playing well. Over the total it is. Padres first 5 minus 130. You know I don't like the 130, but we do like the Padres, so sure. Nicholas in from the West Coast. It's in the morning for him out there, 9 a.m., having some breakfast. Thanks for popping in today. Nice family. Rob coming in, CFL Calgary. That's what Nick and Tim say, or Tim agreed with Nick's pick on
I
Calgary.
will say, Calgary, Nick put it up.
It was a pick 'em.
He got it at plus 105. And now they're minus 2.5, like 140 area.
Yep.
So, yeah, now you have to take points. But, yeah, we're on Calgary today.
There you go.
Give the Winnipeg Blue Bombers their first loss of the year.
Winnipeg, more like Lose-a-Peg. No? Too early? Too late for Lose-a-Peg?
Good job. Good work. It was a stretch, but you got there.
KC and the over 7.5. I don't like KC plus 2.5. That's a big ask the way the Yanks are in right now. Gracious. Thoughts on Boston, Milwaukee? Over. Give me the over. Over. I like the O's today. Yes. Run line it. Get the plus money. I do not mind. Reds, total fade team for me. I like Arizona, Atlanta over 1.5 first innings. Joseph, you know what? I'm not a big nerfy kind of guy, but you want to score in the first inning here? I can see it. Yes. Sean Davis, what do you think about San Fran and White Sox parlay? I like San Fran. Sox game a little more iffy about. I would maybe go to the Orioles. How? Because the White one, I mean, the A's are hot right now, right? They've won 8 of 10. The White Sox, what is this team doing? So right off the bat, that's like a scratch off. It's either the A's or nothing. You can find something better to put in there. And even San Fran. I like San Fran today. I mean, I had San Fran yesterday, but again, this is a team that's dropped 8 of 10. But when I see a team, this is kind of like I sort of like Seattle a little bit today. You get blown out, shut out, you kind of bounce back. San Fran had 10 hits yesterday, couldn't do a lick for 8 innings. So that's why that one I'll be with you. But switch that White Sox out. Get the Sox out there. Put the Orioles in there. Put the Yankee over in it. I think the Yankee over. I hate saying lock and easy stuff. I think the Yanks scored 10 today. So take that for what it's worth. Rockies under. I don't know. I don't like Freeland. Cubs, Giants over. Leaning Cubbies. Giants are terrible. Giants are bad for sure. Terrible game yesterday. But when teams have these horrible games, I think that's when I want to come in on them afterwards. Nats first 5, yeah. You know I'm a Fetty guy. Boston needs to grab Quintana and Contreras and Juan Soto to have a chance. I thought Quintana was going to Seattle. I think he's going to end up in Houston. That's where my spot would be for him. 14 parlay. Mets first 5, yes. Padres first 5, sure. A's, why not? Texas, I like them all. I'm not going to say no. That's a good one, Ruben. 4 teams are tough. Good luck. Yeah. Hey, listen. He's guaranteed to go 3-1. If you bet these straight up, it's a 3-1 day, money in your pocket. Parlay, we'll see what happens. What do you guys think of these plays for UFC tonight?
UFC?
Yes.
Those are the 2 plays that Boom gave us. Garcia close over the 2.5, and Kai Kara France plus 175. And that's from professional UFC fighter Brian Boom Kelleher.
There you go, Nicholas. From a UFC fighter himself. Untouchable. I appreciate it. Thanks. We always try to have a good show. It's always a good show when people are in here because I'm going to have a little back and forth. Richard, heck no. What are you doing taking the Blue Jays today? Would you have them yesterday? You're going to double up? No way they lose again? They're a 140 run line. I can't tell you to take the Blue Jays. Stay away. If you want to bet the Blue Jays, just don't bet. Don't bet them. I mean, honestly, who we kidding? You're going to take the Blue Jays and the Yanks. You're going to put them in a parlay. All right, and it should go 2-0. It should. It should be a winner. You like my dad jokes? I am a dad, so I got dad jokes. Not as bad as my father's jokes. My dad got some horrendous jokes. So my daughter had another sleepover. A friend was here, and so I was doing my little notes here for the show, and the wash finished up. So I got stuff out of the dryer, and I had all the towels. It was like towels and socks for the whites, and they're at the little breakfast table. I made breakfast today for the fam. You know, Saturday mornings we roll up the Taylor ham, egg and cheese sandwiches. You know, whatever, some homies. So our friends look at me. I said, "Oh yeah, I got to do the laundry here." You know, my wife and daughter beat me. I put me in my office and slide pancakes under the door to feed me. You know, I come with the humor. UFC Pena Nunez over 2.5 rounds. Again, I'm going to.
It's a female fight, so that one could either be a slow. Oh, it's Nunez. It's not going to be a slow, boring fight. I don't know about that one because Nunez definitely has the power.
All right. Pena, money line.
Yep.
France plus 270. And then you got Smith, Dober, Morano. I don't know any of those guys.
Smith?
The first two we like.
Friends don't let friends bet on Anthony Smith. So no to Anthony Smith. Other than that, all the other ones fine. And then Dauber, you probably have to parlay him with something in order to. I'm not laying 172. I know Nick likes Pena to beat Nunez. Alec Moreno, fine. Kai Kara France, yes. And if you take a shot at plus 450 or whatever, I'm not going to talk you off of it.
My son wants me to change the camera instead of using a computer camera. He's like, use my webcam because I can't read the numbers. So I'm like, I said to him, Dan, it's like scrolling on the bottom. You know, like what are you doing?
Nothing to do with the camera.
If John, he's like, no, I'm talking about the hurricanes on the back. You can't read the numbers clearly. Like really? Like what? Can you? I mean, he's worried about the national championship numbers on the banner. D-backs team total over. Yeah, definitely like the over in that game. Anderson's been bad. You two put it all together in my space. We figured it out. It's all right. We got you, Nick. We figured it out. Tyson, what do we got here? Judge Ribby over minus 123, under 119. Doubles over is 1.5, plus 188, under 170. I would do a Judge. If I'm doing Judge Ribby, let's go over 1.5 Ribbies. What's the over 1.5? What's over 2? Can you get 2 or is it a 2.5 for his Ribbies? I would go Judge over 1.5 Ribbies. Just go. I mean, the guy's on a home run tip, right? He's hit home runs last 2 days, Grand Slam, game winner the day before. He's got 41 on the year. Let's just do over 2 Ribbies. And maybe if he gets 2, it's a push. If he gets 3, he should have a decent payday. The good thing, again, I'm old man yells at clouds. Used to have to call up. You call up the local. He'd be there from like 12 to 1. There'd be no halftime stuff. Forget about props like this. But the cool thing is now you can just kind of like make your own bet, right? You go through these things. What's the team total, right? Everybody comes in here with different team totals because every site has something from like 2.5 up to like 7.5 over under. And Ribbies are probably the same thing, right? You could find random 2.5s, under halves, all types of stuff. Under Astros today. What worries me here, and I like the under, right? Because the Astros are on our team. They're coming off a raking, right? What was it 10-0, 11-0, whatever it was last night? I feel like when a team gets pummeled like that, and that's a pummeling in Major League Baseball, double-digit loser, you're going to kind of come back angry. On top of that, they just went out and made a huge trade. I can't do the under in that game today, Tyrell. Take Rafa to win inside the distance against Strocker.
Those are the only two. I don't really bet UFC. I just take what Boom gives me.
St. Louis today, James. I don't know. I kind of like Fetty. I didn't bet it. No real opinion on this game because I kind of like Dakota Hudson as a pitcher. I like to kind of bet him sometimes, but I would lean Nats. Again, I didn't bet it. do as you will in that game. UFC fights, we already put those up. Here's our UFC play from a pro fighter, a UFC fighter. Garcia close under 2.5. France plus 175. 11-2 yesterday. Gambling on the Royals and Twins money line today. Angelo's going KC and Mini.
I think he went KC and Mini yesterday. Those were his two losers.
Oh, it's 11-2, and you had KC and Mini as losers yesterday. Okay, wow. Still a good day. Doesn't hurt you when you have KC as a loser. Derek Lewis 130 again. No clue.
Take him by knockout. That's the Black Beast.
There you go. Knockout only.
Oh. For this one,
Stop it. Get some help.
Boxing is not boxing. No, I can't bet boxing. No, thank you. I barely bet UFC.
And those are the UFC plays. These are our baseball plays. And this is us saying goodbye till tomorrow. Tomorrow. We love you tomorrow. You're only a day away. Bye-bye.